guys, welcome back to our channel. So Peter is always saying that it is not about the gear, but today he is going to play around and do some stupid stuff with gear. So he's got a super duper old lens. I think it's like over 100 years old. So he's going to shoot with that. He's going to use some dirty mirror, and he's also going to use a gigantic weird combination of stuff on one of his Hasselblads. So
okay, I'm just playing today, and it's stuff I love doing, just doing stupid things. So my first stupid thing is I've got my Leica SL, and I've got an old 100-plus-year-old camera. I've taken it back off and I've quickly put that on, and I'm going to hold this into here, and I'm going to focus by moving backwards and forwards. I'm going to take a shot, and then I'm going to manipulate the shot in Lightroom, and then I'm going to take some more shots to give me the style that I want. With my focus peaking, because this is so soft, so all I'm looking at the moment is I'm guessing where the catch light is sharpest about there. Cool, beautiful. Now I just got to find her lashes. That's really pretty. They're beautiful. Now with this, I'm not caring if it's a little bit soft, because this 100-plus-year-old lens is going to be soft no matter where I get it. And I'm going to check out. So I've got a little bit of light leak, but I can live with that. Yeah, the first one's no good. I can see the lashes in there. I'm happy with my exposure. So what I'm going to do is just quickly now. So what I'm going to do is just use my black points, and we can already see how far away my blacks are from my black. So the first thing is if I bring my black point right down, stretch it down, that's going to give me a bit, take those shadows down. Might just put a bit of a down, there we go, down curve in. I do want to keep it slightly soft. So I'm not after a super contrasty shot, so I'm just being careful. If I bring some clarity in, oh, that fixes. Just work my curves a bit better, I think, is the. What I'm going to do, because I am going to shoot all of this just in here, I'm going to jump into a radial gradient. I'm going to put a radial gradient on RaRa and invert it, and now I can get my blacks where I want my blacks. So let's just pull this a bit wider. So now I can pull my shadows down even further to get that blackness in the picture. That's it. I want to get the background to not be solid black, but get some contrast into the background. I'm just punching the highlights up a little bit to stretch that contrast everywhere around and leave RaRa soft in the middle. Well, with this, I've got sharpening turned on. I could put some sharpening on, but I don't want to have it too sharp. I'm thinking, in fact, what will work and will tend to make it feel a bit sharper is if I add some grain into this. Let's go to about 50, which is quite heavy. I'm actually really liking that now, the more I look at it. I will put a different grain in Photoshop. I've got my own grain that I've made. The tough part is just me focusing it, because the lens is not a sharp lens anyway. So, well, that's looking better. Maybe I was too close before. Let's try there. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. Cool. I think that's much nicer. I don't want to move my spot to there. Was nice. Yeah, I think that's beautiful. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. I'm liking that a lot. That's really pretty. RaRa. That's there. Cool. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't have much. Even though this lens, I've got it set to f4. I certainly don't have f4. Cool. That's stunning. Stunning. There. Gorgeous. I'm just going to have a look at what, oh yeah, I can see each individual lash. That is plenty good for me out of a 110-year-old lens. Okay, so that was my first bit of play. My next bit of play is, all right, so the next one I'm going to do is just use mirrors. Now, what I'm looking for firstly is what's in the background and what do I want in the background. So the more come this way, the less I want the background. That's about where. Can you roll across till you can see me, RaRa? Oh, yeah. Just keep moving till you can see me. Yeah, just that's it. That gives me a nice, yeah, I like what I'm seeing there. All right, so now I need to set up the light. So I'm just trying to crop this shot in camera So I don't want the frame in the picture. Okay, I've set this up to get the background the way I want the background, and I didn't want to get any of the mirror frame in shot. I don't want my elbow in shot. So I'm just gonna focus. I've left this mirror purposely dirty and dusty because this is gonna give me a milky, cool, that's really pretty, that's really pretty. Not 100% sure I'm loving the background. Awesome, awesome. So hopefully this is going to be giving me sharp but soft. So this is what I'm getting in camera, and you're going to see this beautiful milkiness, but now if I zoom in, you'll see every lash. So this is beautiful and sharp, but it's got this surreal milkiness to it. And by just jumping it back to, I'm just going to go, oh, is that my neutral black and white gradient, green channel, in fact light green channel. And I'm just going to do a little bit to pull a little bit of the milk off it. So just by adding some black in there, see that milk goes. So all I'm doing is trying to get my histogram down very close to the blacks. I still want to keep it a little bit old feeling. I'm going to give it a bit more highlight. I'm just going to push my blacks a bit blacker. Let's leave them up there and see if I add some contrast. I think I'd like it a lot, and then if I sort of quickly throw on a nice big soft gradient and invert it, and I just want to vignette it off a little bit. So I'm just going to use my exposure just to vignette it off a little bit and pop her out in the middle. So now that I'm happy with that, our natural light has gone, our constant light has stayed. So I'll just see if my lighting has stayed the same. I'm like, well, it's a bit more contrasty. I'm actually liking that. That's cool, that's really pretty. That's really pretty. Nice there, gorgeous, gorgeous. Really, yeah, dream in. It's really dreamy. It's sort of melancholic. It's just a day on the beach in Fiji. Cool, cool, cool. That's really pretty. It's beautiful. That's really nice, RaRa. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice, I like that. Down chin was really nice, just the softness. Cool. So that's plane number 2. So plane number 3, I'm just going to quickly swap cameras. All right, for my third stupid dumb thing I'm doing, I've got the Hasselblad X1D, not 2D, X1D Mark II. I've got on the 0.8 converter, which is going to take some distance off the lens, but it's like a speed booster. Then I've got 300mm f4.5, and then I've got a tilt shift sitting in between it. And it's because I own all this stuff, so I might as well use it. No, it's not. It's because it's going to give me another really, really weird sort of depth of field on a shot. Right, what I'm doing now is now framing my shot. There's a little bit of a white highlight, which was annoying me. That's better, that's really cool. It's really cool. So I don't have any tilt shift on at the moment. Cool, that's my frame. I'm just gonna get my exposure right, and that's one of the most annoying things for me about Hasselblad, Nikon, and Canon is they don't have any type of highlight alerting in the viewfinder. So I've got to take a picture and then look at my picture. I'm over cool. Oh, now the sun's changed. Let's try again. I want it as wide open as I can. This is exactly why I love what Fuji, Sony, Panasonic, Leica are doing, and why the others are just, the sun moves a little bit, my exposure changes, I don't get any warnings in my viewfinder to say, and it's such a small warning because I want to be shooting right on the edge. Whereas on all the other cameras, it would already be showing these areas were off, but I can live with that tiny bit. I'm going to change things a little bit anyway. Now that I've got close, I'm going to do a tilt shift. Let's do it up tilt. Okay, that's awesome. Cool, it's very shallow, so a fraction lower than that. So now this is the look that I'm after. You'll see how it's falling out of focus above and below because of the tilt. And it's brought you straight into those eyes. I'm most likely just a fraction of a bit high on this, but I'm really, really liking this, and especially If we get rid of, there's a big fault on this at the moment. That fixed it. I'll just down curve this a bit to get an edge into it. Get back onto my favourite tools. Oh, that's nice. And a bit of shadow fill just to milky out. Yeah, cool, really liking that. Now it's just a matter of me getting the shot. And this again, this is just playing, this is to create an emotion within the camera you're using. Cool there, cool. What I'm doing right now, I'm taking 2 or 3 tests and I'm looking, my focus peaking's moving up and down and I want to see how high up I need to move it. Right, so that's gone too high up. So let's bring it down a fraction. So you'll see how I'm moving my focus peaking up and down. That's the tilt shift. So what I was doing, I was slowly moving it till I got the eye sharp. I am going to tilt this back a little bit. I think my fall off's a little bit too quick for this crazy combo I've set up. Let's try there. Yeah, it was still falling off up and down, but that's giving me a really nice picture in the middle, and that's razor sharp.
So we hope you guys enjoyed that, and it was a little bit of fun to watch Peter playing around, and hopefully that inspires you to also do some like crazy combinations with your own gear. If you did enjoy it, we'll throw up some other videos around my head now.